Afghanistan and Pakistan. Afghanistan have made the 2 changes and Pakistan have made 4. Alongside me, Amir Sohail. Take us through those changes.
Yeah, Pakistan making 4 changes, rightly so, because Asia Cup and World Cup round the corner. Just to rest their bigger players and give opportunities to new players like Mohammad Wasim. Saud Shakil is making his debut. Then Fahim Ashraf has been given an opportunity. I think the reason for that is that if something untowards happened during Asia Cup or World Cup, they have the players who got some match practice under their belt. Imam ul Haq is going to open the innings once again for Pakistan.
दोस्तों, आप में से जिसको भी आज के मुकाबले की 100% श्योर विनर और सेशन रिपोर्ट चाहिए, वो लोग अभी हमारे टेलीग्राम को ज्वाइन करें। यहाँ पे आपको एकदम फ्री में रिपोर्ट दी जाती है और एकदम जेन्युइन रिपोर्ट। तो मौके का फायदा उठाएं और बिना देरी किए हमारे टेलीग्राम से जुड़ जाएं। लिंक आप सभी को वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन और चैट बॉक्स में दे दिया है। दोस्तों, आप में से जिसको भी आज के मुकाबले की अगर आप ऐसे ही रोजाना हमारे चैनल पे सभी मुकाबलों का लाइव देखना चाहते हैं, वो भी बिल्कुल फ्री, तो अभी हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। आपको वो नीचे सब्सक्राइब का बटन दिख रहा होगा, उसको दबाइए और बेल आइकन को ऑल पे कर लें, ताकि हर एक मैच का लाइव एक्शन हमारे चैनल पे आप देख सकें।
Correction needs to be made here. Saud Shakil is not making his debut. Babar Azam had everybody confused when he said at the toss that he is making the debut. He's already played 5 ODIs for Pakistan and is going to be the left armer once again to take the new ball.
2 slips in place, and then on the deep 3rd boundary and a fine leg. And those are the 2 allowed outside the 30-yard circle. That's just slipping down the leg side.
You see, I was asked a question by a friend why Fakhar Zaman is struggling and is finding it difficult to deal with the balls which are swinging back to the stumps. For me, whenever he's looking to play the ball, he's off balance. When he's shuffling, his weight is transferring on the toes very early, and that's why he's off balance. And I'm surprised this thing hasn't been identified as yet.
Someone just walking in front of the side screen. Well, it wouldn't be a cricket match if someone didn't walk in front of a side screen. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it has been identified, and you know, the players now having to try and work through that technical issue, which you've seen. Certainly, the bat face comes down fairly closed.
It has been prolonged. This is my worry.
He's got a wonderful one-day record, so he's probably been given an extra bit of time, hasn't he? But there is a Mohammad Haris who's waiting in the wings to possibly come into the makeup, so there's no doubt he'll be feeling a little bit of pressure.
And also he's looking to play everything through offside, and that's why he's been missing those deliveries. Now he has to change his mindset. Now what he needs to tell himself is, okay, my zone is from mid-off to fine leg. And if he brings that mindset into the game, he'll be better served. But at the moment, you know, the way he sets up, he's looking to play the ball through covers. And that's why he's been getting overbalanced.
He's off the mark now. Nitin Menon from India, who's at the bowling end. He's experienced now, is Nitin Menon. I remember when those figures were single figures. Now he's 46th. Izzatullah Safi from Afghanistan, just his 5th ODI.
I thought Safi did a very good job during the first ODI of this series.
Oh, that's rolled. Granted, it was very wide of off stump, but that didn't get off the ground at all.
His wrist wasn't behind that delivery. Must have been the last over playing in his mind.
Well, that's edged and to go down to third man. It'll just be a single, but he's had a full go at that, Imam ul Haq.
Now that's where he falters quite often. When he's looking to drive the ball through covers, his weight doesn't go forward. He just hangs back and tries to hit the ball very hard. We saw him getting out during the test match as well. So the advice is whenever he's looking to drive the ball through covers, he has to lean into the stroke.
And again, we find ourselves with some supporters in the stands. It's an Afghanistan home series, but of course we are here in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Always had a flip at that. Play and miss ends the first, 2 without loss.
दोस्तों, अगर आप ऐसे ही रोजाना हमारे चैनल पे सभी मुकाबलों का लाइव देखना चाहते हैं, वो भी बिल्कुल फ्री, तो अभी हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। आपको वो नीचे सब्सक्राइब का बटन दिख रहा होगा, उसको दबाइए और बेल आइकन को ऑल पे कर लें, ताकि हर एक मैच का लाइव एक्शन हमारे चैनल पे आप देख सकें।
And very well a balanced squad of the Pakistani team for this upcoming Asia Cup. Reliable batters, few imposing players in Haris, Rizwan, few all-rounders there, but quality fast bowling, quality. And then you have an all-rounder like Shadab, ideal for these conditions.
Been given a welcome break today, Nasim Shah and Haris Ralph. Nasim Shah's had a very busy period. He was here in Sri Lanka for all 3.5 weeks of the LPL and then played the first 2 one-day internationals, so you can understand why the selectors have decided to give Nasim Shah a break. This man's been good inside the power play, Mujibur Rahman. Very impressive average, and his economy rate, exceptional. You've spoken about the troubles that Fakhar Zaman has had over the course of the last few months, but on the flip side, Imam ul Haq has been brilliant. I mean, he must be a contender for player of the series. There's turn. There is turn there.
Very lucky Imam ul Haq. Yeah, he managed such deliveries off the back foot in Hapantuta, where there was no pace for the bowlers, but here there is a bit of pace and he has to be careful there. That ball was precariously close to that leg stump.
He didn't even try and spin that ball, but it's actually just gripped in the surface and straightened. 2 half-centuries to his name in this series already. Oh, very well fielded. Very, very well fielded.
That has to happen often in this game if the Afghanis are to get some positive result in this game. Not only the bowling has to be very good, but the fielders, they need to complement the bowlers. And so far so good. 2 decent overs.
So maiden, 2 without loss.
Plus up your summer with the perfect toy.
दोस्तों, अगर आप ऐसे ही रोजाना हमारे चैनल पे सभी मुकाबलों का लाइव देखना चाहते हैं, वो भी बिल्कुल फ्री, तो अभी हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। आपको वो नीचे सब्सक्राइब का बटन दिख रहा होगा, उसको दबाइए और बेल आइकन को ऑल पे कर लें, ताकि हर एक मैच का लाइव एक्शन हमारे चैनल पे आप देख सकें।
That's well bowled. Tailing in.
That's encouraging, isn't it? Getting the ball to tail in. Once again, Fakhar Zaman was off-balanced. Look at his front toe. It's pointing towards extra cover. And he's looking to negotiate the deliveries which are tailing in. Questionable.
That one going out, but again, very full. But he's in the side to try and give Pakistan a quickish start inside the power play. And so difficult for a player who's asked to be aggressive when struggling for form to continue with that method, because there's risk attached to it. And if you get knocked over, you start to think, well, how many more opportunities am I going to get given?
As do you know, once the form eludes these attacking players, that slump is for a longer period, as opposed to players who are technically very correct and bat conventionally.
You mentioned that Fazal Farooqi bowled that last over, and or that second ODI, and you were wondering how he would have recovered. The 150th one-day international for Afghanistan. A very proud moment.
Yet to win against Pakistan, came very close so many times.
That is beautifully bowled. Genuine outswing there.
It has been a brilliant over from the left-armer. First couple of deliveries tailed in, and last two deliveries has left the batsman. He's challenging Fakhar Zaman with every delivery.
I'm going to get through this now. I'm here around Fazal Farooqi and that last over. His hotel room, just pondering, reflecting on that last over, what he could have done better to try and defend those 11. But he is also a massive competitor, so I'm pretty sure it's now gone.
Now, I thought after running out Shadab, he bowled well, but he got greedy. That's nicely played. You know, when Haris Rauf was on strike, he got greedy. He offered him some pace. He tried to knock him over with the pacey delivery. But I thought Haris Rauf was ready for it. And those 3 runs actually took the confidence very high. And eventually the Pakistani tail-enders were able to win the game. Not for the first time against Afghanistan.
Now that'll be 4. That'll ease Fakhar Zaman somewhat. Now boundary ends the 3rd, 6 without loss.
दोस्तों, अगर आप ऐसे ही रोजाना हमारे चैनल पे सभी मुकाबलों का लाइव देखना चाहते हैं, वो भी बिल्कुल फ्री, तो अभी हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। आपको वो नीचे सब्सक्राइब का बटन दिख रहा होगा, उसको दबाइए और बेल आइकन को ऑल पे कर लें, ताकि हर एक मैच का लाइव एक्शन हमारे चैनल पे आप देख सकें।
It was Babar Azam who won the toss and decided that Pakistan would bat first.